I'm Andrea Braceno. I'm the co-creator of Winola. My partner Rachel and I are so proud of the content we have created. So now that it's done, I'll be giving my creative critical reflection. So in our film, we don't challenge really any conventions. We focus more on taking advantage of genre conventions that have worked well for concepts similar to ours in the past. Our film is a fantasy drama because of the talking tree. So we are definitely taking advantage of those magical, mystical, and fantastical elements of the fantasy genre in this way. And as for the drama genre side, we will also be incorporating many of its conventions as well. For instance, creating characters that the audience can empathize with, building tension that leads to an intense climax. Ultimately, we hope to move the audience emotionally and leave them with a lasting impression once they walk away from the film. Okay, how will we be presenting issues and social groups? Well, we want our audience to question their role in nature. Deforestation and destruction of our Earth by man is an extremely prominent issue in our time. According to the United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization, an estimated 18 million acres of forest are lost because of deforestation each year. Our audiences should leave thinking about how kind they've been to the environment throughout their lives, and if they haven't been very kind, to hopefully give them a change in perspective. In addition, we will also be representing the idea that anyone can provoke change, regardless of age, race, orientation, religion, etc. In our film, a little girl decides she wants to abide by her morals and stand up to a big corporation that is trying to destroy the home of her friend, which at this point has also become a home to her as well. In all her efforts, she succeeds. We want this to resonate with our audience, to show all the little girls watching that they too can make change if they work hard enough. Our product engages with our audience by transporting them into the fantastical world that lives in the mind of a child. We want varying age ranges to come into this film and leave feeling like they were able to connect with characters, whether they see their current selves or their past selves, by focusing on that element of childish wonder so that, as I had previously stated, audiences have an emotional response when they walk away. Now the question is, how will we get our audience to feel all of this? How will we be distributing our film as a real media text? Well, I guess I should start with who we want to view our product. Our primary target audience will be kids age 8 to 16, and our secondary target audience will be the parents of these kids, / adults ages 30 to 50. At first, Rachel and I thought we should begin by distributing our film at a film festival, and then moving on to bigger screens as the film gains traction and becomes more successful. We made this model after successful films such as Lady Bird, 8th Grade, and Call Me By Your Name, which all got their start at film festival. But then we realized we have no idea if our film will receive enough attention to make it to box office. And not to mention that financially, releasing a film to a film festival may not be the wisest decision, since in most cases, filmmakers end up losing money because of the fee to submit their film into the festival in the first place. We have decided instead to release our film on Netflix. The benefits of releasing content on Netflix are plentiful. They have a built-in audience with currently 125 million paid streaming subscribers all around the world, far more than Hulu, Sling TV, and YouTube TV combined. Moreover, many people in Generation Y and Z have never subscribed to a paid TV service, and older people in Generation X, our secondary target audience, are starting to adopt the habits of their children / the younger generation, with wanting content available on mobile devices, which is why we have decided to release our film on Netflix. People love the accessibility of streaming services. Less than 10 years ago, only about 10% of homes used a streaming service like Netflix. In 2017, that number went up to 55%. Another benefit of Netflix, described by Duncan Jones, director of Mute, is that releasing a film directly on Netflix means that the marketing needs of a theater release do not play in. What this means is that all the secrets of a movie can be protected until the movie is viewed. Although we will have to rely on word of mouth to get our film popular, it is a platform that will be most easily accessible and convenient to all of our audiences. As for development in my production skills, I think my favorite thing that I learned was all about the mise-en-scène elements that go into creating a product like this. Staging our area was really interesting since we had to rely on the environment for lighting and set rather than a closed, controlled set. And then there was also the fake flowers we brought to make the area seem more colorful, brighter, and overall just more magical. I loved getting to do all the costume, hair, and makeup, and really getting Rachel to embody the essence of wholesomeness and softness that we saw in Alice. Since I was the one behind the cameras, I also learned a lot about framing. There were some shots where I ran the risk of showing the houses in the background. So I had to make sure every time there was a shot that faced away from the tree that I was positioning the camera low enough so that all you could see was grass. For the last part of my CCR, I'll be going into the technology we used for our project. For starters, we shot everything on my iPhone 7, which I'd like to say I know my way around quite well. In terms of editing, we used iMovie, which Rachel already had on her Mac, and we were both at least slightly familiar with, and to be honest, it's a pretty straightforward application, and it allowed us to do what we needed in terms of changing the saturation and speeding up clips that were too slow or slowing down clips that were too fast. And also, I know I personally spend a lot of my time editing little videos on the mobile version of iMovie, which is actually what I use to edit the music on. The last piece of technology that I personally used in this project is this app right here called Tempo Slow-Mo, which is super neat since it allows you to slow down the tempo of a piece of audio without altering the pitch. I used this for Mother Winola's line since Caitlin had given us a few versions of the line, but the one we liked the most we felt was just too fast. So I put it into this app from my Dropbox. I slowed it down from 100%.
Gently, child, for my branches are quite old.
To 95%.
Gently, child, for my branches are quite old.
Which worked very well for our purposes. Well, thank you for listening. This has been a reflection of my experiences creating a film opening. I hope everyone here who comes in contact with all my content will enjoy it or at least be able to get something from it. I'm Andrea Braceno, and goodbye.